Body mass index, or BMI, is an important consideration in cosmetic surgery safety. I, for one, won't do surgery on anyone with a body mass index over 30. That can be a sensitive subject to discuss, but it's actually an important one. Many of my deep neck lift patients come to me specifically because their neck-shaped genetics make them look much heavier than they actually are, especially on a Zoom call or a FaceTime call. Body mass index is defined as your weight in kilograms divided by the square of your height in meters. So in general, if that number comes out to be 18.5 to 24.9, you're considered normal weight. If it comes out to be 25 to 29.9, you're considered overweight. Between 30 and 34.9 is considered obese, and over 35 is considered extremely obese. In my practice, and most others that follow the standard of care, 30 is the cutoff for elective cosmetic surgery. Now, sometimes when I discuss this topic online, commenters will get a little bit defensive and say, well, I'm really muscular, I'm very physically fit, I'm very athletically fit, my blood labs are perfect, I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have high cholesterol or diabetes, so it's unfair to not consider me as a cosmetic candidate when my BMI is over 30. I think the disconnect here is that you actually can live a long, healthy, functional life with a high BMI, over 30. That's not my concern. The reality is the surgery itself and the anesthesia are a special event with special risk. Surgery and anesthesia literature have proven time and time again, high BMI is associated with an increased risk of inadequate breathing under anesthetic sedation, an increased risk of life-threatening blood clots either during or shortly after surgery, and an increased risk of wound infection. High BMI is even more important for surgery done under sedation, like in my office, as compared to general anesthesia with a breathing tube. I need to find a plane of anesthesia where you are deeply asleep, you don't feel anything, you don't remember anything, but you're still able to breathe safely and comfortably on your own without a ventilator. So on a BMI over 30, that's generally not going to happen. And sometimes if a patient carries all of their weight up above their waist, like an apple on a stick kind of build, I might even say BMI of 28 or 29 isn't as safe just because of how they're built. So it is not a strict BMI cutoff on the bottom end. We might even say a 28 or 29 is not safe, but on the top end, 30s are tight, strict cutoff. Now, of course, BMI limits are different depending on what kind of surgery you're having. If you've got a brain tumor or if you've got appendicitis, no one's going to tell you that you can't have surgery because your BMI is over 30. You have no choice. This is life-saving kind of surgery. But with cosmetic surgery, which is super elective and not strictly necessary, we want to optimize everything about your health, including BMI, so that you have a safe, smooth outcome with the fewest possible complications. One exception to the high BMI rule in my office is surgery done strictly under local anesthesia. Local anesthesia means we just numb the area with lidocaine, but you're not made sleepy. In that circumstance, I'm not so worried about if you're going to breathe well because you're wide awake. And because those procedures by definition are usually really small ones, it's hard to do a 6 or 7 hour procedure under local anesthesia, the risk of blood clot and wound infection goes way down too. So in those types of procedures that are kind of little, we can do them under straight local and get away with doing surgery in a higher BMI patient. So Shaquille O'Neal in his prime had a body mass index of 31.6 despite being incredibly athletically fit. So technically that's obese on the body mass index charts, although he had a very low body fat percentage. So an interesting question would be, would we operate on Shaquille O'Neal or someone that was built like he was in our office under sedation? The answer is no. First, because Shaq's the perfect specimen. It'd be unethical for me to do cosmetic surgery on him. But second, in patients that have a high body mass index due to a tremendous muscle mass like that, it's actually risky when they emerge from anesthesia or sedation because it's not unusual for sometimes people to get a little bit confused and a little bit agitated or disoriented. And a guy Shaq's size, 31.6 BMI of pure muscle, would be a danger to himself and a danger to the staff as they came out confused. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon so you can see my future content.